powerful. Who are you?
We are not the Wizard of Oz, however, we're McHale Performing Arts, and we're going to take you behind the scenes of Wizard of Oz. I'm here with Maggie Fincher and Ian Snowberger, and we're the Wizard of Oz. There are no little parts, but there are little people. Did you know that no one actually gets paid on set? That includes the directors, the assistant directors, the project managers, the board of directors for JCT, and any of the volunteers. It's everybody putting in their time together to make a great production. There are other costs involved, such as the musical. So when we talk about musical, we talk about singing, we talk about dancing, we talk about all that kind of stuff. Sometimes we'll talk about a straight play. A straight play is something that is just acting, no music, nothing. A musical costs a little bit more, and it's usually about between $3,000 to $4,000 to get the rights. There's also other costs involved, such as costumes, set production, the McHale cost. Now, I said McHale cost. A lot of you think McHale is free. However, there are some costs involved, and we're going to go with Maggie Fincher and Ken Frazier, and we're going to talk about why that is.
We know that the McHale Performing Arts We know that the McHale Performing Arts Center facilities are free, but there is cost involved. Why is that?
The facilities are free to nonprofit organizations, and Logansport Junior Civic Theater falls in that category. So they are fortunate that the school board waives the actual rental fees. So they're free in that sense. However, we always make sure that we charge for any labor that's incurred, the first of which is for custodial. Now, in most cases, when it's a classroom or a lecture hall or something like that, the custodian has to be on duty the entire time. Fortunately, in this situation, I count as a supervisor, except for performance nights, where we have to have a custodian on duty in case there are spills or whatever, and that the restrooms are kept clean. Second, we also have staff here, student staff, to run the equipment that is available here at McHale. And some of it's quite sophisticated, and really volunteers usually don't have the skill sets that are required to run them. And so we charge for their hourly rate, and that's what helps make a better show.
Hi, I'm Maggie Fincher, and this is behind the scenes of The Wizard of Oz.
So even before JCT gets to McHale, they could have $10,000 to $12,000 wrapped up from production costs. Now, some of these costs are offset by businesses and individuals in the community who believe that the fine arts are vital for a small town community like this. In your playbill, there's a list of those businesses and individuals. The next time you see them or you're patronizing the business, please tell them thank you, because they are vital to keeping the fine arts in your community. Volunteers come in all shapes and sizes, and what I mean by that is some people could donate an hour of time, and others can donate the 3 show days that we're doing the production, and others do it weeks before, and they do all the stuff coming up to the production. What I do know is that this production would never happen without all the volunteers that we get. Some people like to be in front of the scenes, and some people like to be behind the scenes. For instance, Kenny, one of the Oz head operators this year, he loves to be in front of the scenes. For instance, here's a couple of pictures I've taken. Here's Kenny with his camera phone. Here's Kenny walking away. And here's my personal favorite, a Kenny selfie. But let's go ahead and talk to some of our volunteer all-stars.
Okay, wait. I forgot our last names.
Hand
Hand shoe.
See, it's a hand and a shoe.
Did it backwards. Hand, shoe.
Alright, so I'm here with Miss Handshoe, and I'm going to ask her a few questions. And so the first question I'm going to ask you is, how long have you been making costumes, or been doing this?
Well, I've been doing this for Junior Civics for 20 years, I think. And slowly, I've started doing just helping, and slowly they've worked me into being totally in charge.
So since it takes so long to make these costumes, why do you keep doing it?
Well, because really, I get to spend time doing two things I really enjoy. I really enjoy working with kids.
Because they're so much fun and you love all of them?
Yes. Every kid has something to love. And then I also get to spend my time sewing, and I like that challenge of trying to figure out how to make a costume work for the scene. And so I just do it every year.
All right, so I was with Miss Handshoe, and that was behind the scenes.
Hi, my name is Kim Bowen, and my time with JCT started very simple. It started with a phone call. Joe Apollonio called and was explaining a few things about a show that was going to be done. Civic Players and Junior Civic Theater were going to do a joint show together, and it was Peter Pan. She explained a few things to me and asked if I would be willing to play piano for it. After great thought and consideration, well, here I am 32 years later.
So I'm here with Zach Hoover, the set director of the play Wizard of Oz. And how many people does it take to make these buildings that you imagined? And
Well,
how many days does it take?
It takes about 3 months. When they brought me onto the team, it was in May, and they gave me the play, and I instantly started. I read the play about 2 to 3 times. Even though it's a play we all know, or a musical we all know, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing anything. And then after that, I started making sure we had volunteers. So volunteers play a key role in...
How many people does it take? Around 20 people. We have the kids from McHale, they do a lot of help. They're always here helping out. And we have some volunteers that come in. Some come in for an hour, some for just a couple hours, and some are here the whole time. I like to do it. I'm new to the community, so coming out, I meet a lot of people, and I have a lot of fun doing it. And I like bringing things to life on the stage. It's nice.
I'm Ian Snowberger, and this was behind the scenes set design.
Hey, I'm Allie. I'm 18 and I've been in JCT for 15 years now. I started when I was 3, and I've been in JCT for so long because I love theater and I love all the people involved in JCT. They become a second family, no matter the people that I'm with, the directors, the music people, just everyone in JCT is so loving, and they become my second family, especially in the summer. It's a really great organization to be a part of. With all the people, you make so many new friends from different schools, even people that are homeschooled, and it's my favorite part about summer.
Hello, I'm Jacob Hoover, and I have been in JCT since the 4th grade. I made some great friends and have been in some good productions. It helped me understand my dream career of acting, and for that, I thank you, JCT.
Hi, JCT family. As you can see, I am here doing my job, wearing a costume, working at the Marriott Theater here in Lincolnshire. And I just wanted to say thank you to JCT for everything you did for me as a kid. JCT was really important to me because I was terribly, terribly shy. Like I would get emotional when people would try to talk to me when I was a kid and stuff. And so Mom heard me singing one day, and she was like, I'm gonna put her in the local theater group. And they were doing Wizard of Oz, and I got to play a little munchkin. And that's where it all began. I found a safe place to go and express myself, and met amazing, wonderful people, giving, charitable, wonderful people, trying to create artistic opportunities for kids in a small town. It's a big deal. It's so important. And then I came back when I was in college and directed a few shows, and that was a really fun muscle to work too. So you guys gave me that opportunity. And also, my husband, the love of my life, Martin Monahan, is a JCT alum. We got to play the King and Anna together. So there are just many, many wonderful memories from my time there, and I am forever grateful, and I'm sending so much love. And now I got to go back to work doing this crazy theater thing that we all love. So, wishing everybody well. Thank you.
Maybe you're just here to see a show, and for that, JCT thanks you for your support. But maybe you saw something that you were interested in. As you saw, a lot of our volunteers didn't have kids currently in JCT. They just love doing what they're doing. So maybe it's in set construction, or maybe it's in helping out with costumes, or helping out with the box office, or possibly even playing an instrument. See one of the JCT board members, and they'll point you in the right direction. This has been Behind the Scenes with Wizard of Oz, and have a great show.